Hey there world, it's me. And you might say, who are you? And that's a great question, who am I? That's a question that keeps me up at night, trying to identify myself, really get to know myself. But that's irrelevant to this video. This video is about how to make risotto because this is a fitness channel. And you might say, what is the connection there? Well, a lot of fitness people eat rice, but rice, this is, in my opinion, rice is really good. That's an opinion, right? But a fact is that risotto is better. And you can make risotto and have it be like the same calories, but have it be better. And better, in my opinion, is better. So, first things first, what you're gonna do is you gotta measure everything precisely, right? Because this is fitness. You're gonna take your heart, and you're gonna use 1 heart serving of fake butter. You are going to let that melt, and then you're going to add a ½ pound of white button mushrooms and a ½ pound of portobello mushrooms. Those are the ones that are used in other things. I don't know what those things are, but they're used in other things, I guarantee you. And once that starts to heat up, then you add the mushrooms. Okay? So, where's the spatula? There we go. Okay. Now we're gonna pretend that that's already happened, and now I'm gonna add these. What are you pointing at? Okay.
The heat.
Oh yeah, well, that's fine. That feels like way too much. But anyways, world, you might say, that's way too much mushrooms. And you might be right, but this is a journey we're going on together, and we'll find out. But the important thing is that some amount of mushrooms, whether this is the correct amount, is the amount that is needed. And the end result is risotto that is better than rice. It might have too much mushrooms. I don't know. We'll find out. Hey there, world. I might be at a different angle now, but that's because I teleported. Anyways, so that was the correct amount of mushrooms. As very few people know, mushrooms actually have water in them, so they decrease in size when they're cooked beyond boiling point. So, and also, okay, so next you need to add 1 shallot and then some amount of chives. We'll say that's a tablespoon. And a shallot, little known fact, is not a red onion. I found that out yesterday. I've always used red onions in place of shallots whenever I've done a recipe. And it said shallots. I thought it was this is risotto. Risotto is what British people eat. I thought, 1776, we decided they were red onions. I thought it was patriotic to get red onions. I've learned it is not. It is incorrect. So, anyways, by the way, add salt at every step because salt is good. And you might think that salt will cause you to bloat, but that will only happen if you eat more salt than your body's accustomed to. And you should eat a lot of salt because salt is good. Unless you have high blood pressure and your doctor tells you not to eat salt. I'm not a doctor, don't listen to me. Anyways, so yeah, you add this. Okay. Oh, and also this, you might have noticed this. That is chicken broth. You should heat up 3 cups of chicken broth. I haven't mentioned that till now because I don't want to say I forgot because that implies that I made a mistake. I would never do that. But it is not something that came into my mind at a time that would have been optimal to you if you were following along. You're probably not following along. I have quite a few subscribers, of course. I don't know the number off the top of my head. It's uncountable. I guess if you'd have to put a number on it, 10. But just an insane amount. It's crazy. So I'm sure someone out there probably is. And yeah, so I apologize for that. That's okay because I assume that you have had electricity at every moment of this video, so you can heat it up now and it'll be fine. But anyways, once this like heats up for a little bit, like 3 minutes exactly, then you add the rice. But we're not there yet. Be patient. Hey the world. So when you add the chicken broth, you add it like just a little bit at a time. So I'm doing 1/3 of a cup, except for it doesn't fill up 1/3 of a cup. So I'm doing 3 scoops of 1/3 of a cup, like 1/3 of this cup. So I'm doing 3 scoops of 1/9, which is 1/3 of a cup. Now, I did that in my head. You probably can't do that in your head, but that's what I'm for. Like here for. I'm your brain. You're welcome. Now, I don't know what I was about to just say, but that's irrelevant. So I'm gonna add this, whenever it like evaporates is when you add more, and then eventually this will be gone, and then this will be correct. Like it'll be done, and we'll be back here when that happens. But yeah, right. It should take like 20 minutes. I mean, I don't know, but 20 minutes sounds right, so I kind of just made up that time. And fun fact, I know what you're thinking. I'm a really empathetic guy. I always know what everyone's thinking. Well, I mean, I guess that'd be feeling, but, you know, I'm a really empathetic guy to people who are completely self-aware. So your feelings then would be a complete reflection of what you're thinking, right? Because you know why you're feeling that way. So I know what you're thinking. Charlie, didn't you add butter? Doesn't that increase the calories? Well, yeah, it does increase the calories because that is, I mean, rice with butter is more calories than rice without butter. But whenever you make rice, you should always add an oil because otherwise it's not as good. Like, I mean, you should cook the little rice maker, assuming you have a rice maker. If you don't have a rice maker, then first things first, you should go get a rice maker, and then you should take a rice maker and you should coat it with like some sort of spray so that the rice doesn't stick. And if you're using an oil to do that, oil is higher calorie than butter because butter is 100 calories per tablespoon, and olive oil, for example, is 120 calories per tablespoon. Because butter is not completely fat, but oil is completely fat. Although I guess it can't be completely fat, but it is more close to completely fat. And anyways, and also this has mushrooms. Mushrooms are good. Mushrooms have, what's that one thing? I don't remember what the actual name is, but the acronym is DIM. And that boosts your testosterone and lowers your estrogen. I mean, estrogen is also good for muscle gain, but irrelevant to my point. Well, it's not irrelevant to my point, but it is irrelevant to this video because you're definitely not going to get enough of that, to actually help from eating mushrooms. In fact, this point is pretty useless, but I'm going to stand by it because, it's a nutrient and nutrients are good. So you get nutrients. Congratulations. But yeah, yes, you add the chicken broth a little bit at a time. I hope that's the summary of everything I just said. Anyways. Hey the world. So it's been 3 minutes exactly. I timed it. And now you have to add the rice. This is 3/4 a cup of adobo rice. And yeah, it's risotto rice. And then you add a 1/2 cup of white wine. Also, if you don't want to drink alcohol, if you don't want to use an alcoholic beverage due to whatever reason, I'm not here to judge. I'm here to teach. I'm a teacher. Okay. Then you can use lemon juice. You should use less lemon juice because lemon juice is more acidic than wine. But anyways, yep, there you go. Yeah, be real careful about it, And then, yeah. Okay, and then once the wine is all, I guess evaporated, I don't know, or absorbed, wherever it goes, no one knows. Then you start adding the chicken broth at like a little bit at a time. Yeah, I mean that's it. Hey the world, it's ready. Completely ready, except for the rest. of the recipe. And so that means that I added all the broth, which is why it has like, perfect consistency. And perfection is in the eye of the beholder, depending on whose eye it is. If it's someone who's made risotto multiple times, as I have, then it's in my eye. And their eye. It's in the eye of someone who's made risotto multiple times. Anyways, now that I've clarified that, and made it as not confusing as possible, I will say it is time to add Parmesan. And I know what you're thinking. Parmesan? Charlie, isn't adding cheese just going to increase the calories? Yes, adding anything will increase the calories. Please quit asking me dumb questions. But Parmesan is 20 calories per tablespoon. Okay, so we're going to add 3 tablespoons, and I'm going to measure that out precisely. Using my eyes, I'm gonna kind of eyeball it, but we're gonna add, like 3 tablespoons-ish, exactly. And it's gonna make it taste better, and it's gonna make the consistency better. And it's gonna be great. And here's the thing, it's like per serving compared to rice, it's gonna add like 50 calories per serving, assuming your serving is one that would, when divisible by the total amount, would result in a 50 calorie increase beyond rice. But I'm gonna say, like, if there's 4 servings there, then it's like 50 calories more per serving, which is not that much, but it is substantially better tasting. And that's a good thing, good taste is good. But kind of by definition, I am a writer, obviously, so I'm familiar with, synonyms like good and good. And I can tell you that they are synonymous. So anyways, I'm gonna add, exactly 3 tablespoons, and then it's gonna like melty melt, and then it's gonna be perfect. See that? And there you go, that's 3 tablespoons. Right? Okay, that's 3 tablespoons, there you go. I don't know. I might have to change. I might have to increase it to beyond this. All the way up to 3 tablespoons, depending on how that goes. But anyways, that was exactly 3 tablespoons. That's 3 tablespoons for shizzes. Right? Yeah. Anyways, so 3 tablespoons. Make sure you count them out. To the gram. And so now you know how to make risotto. And of course, I really do have the credentials for someone to listen to me on how to make risotto as someone who now knows the difference between a shallot and a red onion. That's something you learn in culinary school, probably. So now you know. So anyways, I love you. Please subscribe. My brother exists, and so do 2 of my friends, and they're also going to be posting videos, as you can see if you decided to click on the YouTube channel. Which you should, because you should want to watch, other videos that are really similar to this one, except for their differences. And so anyways, I love you.
Ta-ta!